Hello and welcome to the On Your Head Son podcast. I don't know why I'm sounding so enthusiastic. For many reasons. First of all, it's just me and Andy today. Hi, Andy.
Yay! Hi! We lost.
We
what
lost.
a podcast this is going to be.
I know.
Yeah.
First of all, we don't have Matt. We don't have Chris. We don't have the Euros. We don't have Southgate. We don't have enthusiasm, full stop. So
No.
strap on in, guys. It's going to be one roller coaster of emotions.
Well, I guess every cloud. We don't have Southgate. Every cloud. Every cloud.
Exactly. We will get onto that later on. But first, let's get on to the game itself. It's moved from 30 years of hurt to 58 years of hurt. By the time the next World Cup, that 30 years of hurt will have doubled. We'll be singing 60 years of hurt since 1966. So, Andy.
Yes.
In the final, let's start with Spain. Come on, how good was Spain?
Okay, yeah. They were class. They deserved to win it the whole tournament, how they went through. Were they sick favourite when they went in?
Yeah.
Rodri, unreal. Yamal, Williams, their wingers were fantastic. Even Morata looked good.
Yeah.
Like their whole team, even when they played their B team in the group stage, they were amazing. Still, it was the whole squad. The manager, his tactics were great, really direct, which you don't often see from that Spanish team. It was more like patient build-up in the past, but brilliant winners.
They just had a really good system, I think. I mean, they probably don't have the best players like man for man in the tournament. They just had the best system, played in the best way, and they were leagues above everyone else. They really were.
Yeah, shows a manager can win you the Euros, but never mind. It's fine. I'm not going to mention it. We'll carry on.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
You might mention it slightly in this, but my question to you now is, could England have done anything different?
Probably, yeah. Well, we could have played a little bit more attacking. Also started players that kind of deserved it rather than keeping the exact same formation the start of play. It was very readable. You knew how England were going to turn up. We got lucky through moments of our great players, and fair play to the players, even in that system. And when it wasn't working, there was individual brilliance, and we saw that in the final. I mean, Cole Palmer, what a strike!
Yeah,
but I think we could have done a lot differently. Yeah,
somehow we could have drawn that game and taken it to extra time. I mean, obviously the Oyarzabal goal was very late, giving Spain the win, but then we had that triple header. And I will forever see that goal line clearance from Dani Olmo. What could have been?
I know. So sad. He saw it go. He was just just off the line.
I know. Yeah. What is true though? Had we won that Euros, first of all, we would have absolutely shithoused that match. But more importantly, we would have shithoused the entire tournament. We've spoken about this earlier on in the Euros. We've been the worst fans. We've been the worst team. We're boring. We've just completely ruined the Euros for everyone.
Yeah,
and we would have ruined it for everyone else except ourselves. Celebrating on Sunday night. So
we were going to ruin football and bring it home in the same time, which would have been. I mean, still would have been class. I mean, just the whole atmosphere. Like you could just feel it drained. It's one day.
Yeah, one day indeed. One thing you do have to say, we, as England, I don't think we need to dwell on the final too much, but we all know that Spain were just the better team. Let's not delve into too much detail. One thing you can see for England is that we did get to the final again. So that's 2 years in a row we've got to the final, which is brilliant.
Do you know a fun fact?
What's that?
We are the first team in Euros history to get to back-to-back finals and not win.
Rate that.
Yeah, so that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, we're really good. A fact that, because we're going to get on to Southgate, but I'm going to bring up my facts right now. One thing that I've got is that since 2000, England have only ever beaten 3 top 10 ranked teams in FIFA since 2000. That's 24 years. two of those teams were in 2000 and 2002 in Germany, and I think it was Argentina. And since 2002, we have beaten one top 10 ranked team. Andy, can you name who that is?
Yes, I can. We were both there. It was Germany. Germany last Euros.
Wrong! I knew it. You were wrong. Germany were ranked outside of the top 10 at the time.
Oh,
they were not the team that we beat. Like a top 10 ranked team. The only top 10 ranked team that Southgate has beaten, or anyone since 2002, so not just Southgate, is Denmark in the semi-finals of the Euros. That is a fact.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
And with that, let's get on to Southgate. Southgate has resigned, everyone. So let's first, before we talk about the negative, and there are negatives, let's first just do a quick 30 seconds each homage to Gareth Southgate and what he's done for English football. Andy, would you like to start?
What he's done for English football, he's brought a togetherness with the group. He's brought English fans great moments. I mean, that might have been the players, not him. It's not getting to that. He's done his best. That's what I can say for him. He's done his best, and he's given us the best years and like the best kind of moments in tournaments that we've had in so long.
Agreed.
So, thank you, Southgate.
Right, my turn. Gareth, thank you so much. You have connected the fans with the team, and that was a major issue going back like to previous managers. You did a really good job of that. You've brought a real feel-good atmosphere around England, which is amazing. You've taken us to 2 finals, 1 semi-final and 1 quarter-final in your time, which no England manager in my lifetime has even got close to. So thank you very much. You provided a fantastic platform for the next manager to come in and build on what you've done. So thank you, Gareth.
Round of applause. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you. Also, after the final, I had the epiphany that he is the perfect assistant manager. He doesn't have the mind, I don't think, for his own tactics and his own system, but in terms of getting players on side and togetherness in the group, I think he's the man. He
is the fluffer in porn, the guy that gets everyone in the mood, but then doesn't actually get
just on the side. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, but that's what he's like, and that's what the next manager, whoever that might be, and we'll get onto that in a second. They've got an amazing foundation to build upon. They really do. Yeah. The point with him connecting the fans and the players probably unraveled a bit in this tournament, as I think you pointed out. Yeah. But certainly the first 3 tournaments, that was it. Like, we really had a connection with these players. Like, the lasting memory is that he just put Saka on a unicorn and everyone suddenly loved the England team. Yeah.
And then Maguire was on the unicorn as well, wasn't he? I know. It was just fantastic.
So good. Yeah. But as I alluded to in that fact before, so despite those amazing finishes in terms of finals, quarterfinals, he has only beaten 1 top 10 team in the entire time, and that was Denmark. So
since I was 3, England have only beaten 1 top 10 team
in a major tournament.
In a major tournament. Oh yeah, what a friendly. Oh yeah, Brazil. What a win against them. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So I assume that you're in agreement. I assume that you think it's time for right time for a change. Yes.
Yeah. Even if he won it, it would have been the right. It was the right time. I think it's outgrown he's done fantastic, like you said, to get us up to here, to get everyone back on side. It's now time for someone better to take us further.
Absolutely. And now let's talk through a list of candidates in a news headline style way. We're going to list some candidates that are touted to be the next England manager, and we're going to do a quick description on each. Andy, would you like to start?
I'll start. What do I do? An intro to the news?
Yeah, you could do an intro to the news, or you could just go a big bong.
I'll just do a bong then. Should I do bong? Bong.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Bong! New candidate, Graham Potter. Can he use his magic to bring football home? Bong!
Lee Carsley. He did it with England under 21s. He's got the England DNA. But can he translate that to the big team? Bong!
Eddie Howe's done wonders on Tyneside, but how can he bring football home? Bong!
Jurgen Klopp, the German man of the people. Can he bring football home, not for Germany, but for England? Bong!
Mauricio Pochettino. He didn't do it at Tottenham. He didn't do it at PSG. Can he do it at England? Bong!
Thomas Tuchel, an outside choice, a bit of a tactician, not necessarily a player favourite. Wouldn't be my first choice, but you never know. Bong!
Can Sean Dyche do it for England? Well, can you, Sean? Yeah!
Yes, he can. Sean Dyche.
We love the news.
Good headlines, everyone. So those are the main candidates. If you're looking at the bookies odds, not Sean Dyche, we should say, but we think that he should be up there.
Yeah, we had a bit of a say with them, and we think Sean Dyche should be in there.
But yeah, the top six are Graham Potter, Lee Carsley, Eddie Howe, Jurgen Klopp, Mauricio Pochettino, Thomas Tuchel. We should note that there are some like outsiders, namely Frank Lampard, which I think would be an absolute joke. Gary O'Neill, who I think would be a really good shout, even though he's a Portsmouth.
He's Portsmouth,
so I just don't really like him because of that.
Yeah, that's a no. Oh, well, I put down another outsider, which I think's in there. There's no no one's told me he's in there, but I'm sure he is.
Yeah,
it's Mr. 100%, Big Sam. I mean, if you win every game for England, surely you got to come back.
If you can win 1-0 against Slovakia with a late Adam Lallana goal, and you can drink a pint of wine, you're made for the England job, Sam.
You're good enough for England, and you're our perfect Mike Bassett manager. Come on.
We love it. Right, let's go. So just quickly, of the six or even the other three that we've just mentioned there.
Yeah.
Who would be your pick for the next England manager?
I'd say I'd love Sean Dyche and I love 4-4-2. I don't think that's what's best for England. I'd love that personally, but for me, out of that list, I'd go Eddie Howe. Seeing how he played at Newcastle. Even the way he transformed his game from Bournemouth where he was to Newcastle, having a bit more stability at the back while still going kind of gung ho and going for the goals. The players he has available in that England squad, I think he could get the best out of that, and I think we'd be a very exciting team to watch under Eddie Howe. Yeah, I'd go for that.
I don't disagree with that. I think that he probably is the best candidate. The big thing is that he's under contract at Newcastle. So they would have to buy him out of a contract, which I don't think they're going to spend the money to do when there actually are other people on that list that they won't have to pay. Obviously, they have to pay the salary, but they won't have to pay
the Newcastle money salary,
break a contract or anything. So for that reason, I don't think it will be him, even though he's a superb candidate. For me, I do think it should be Graham Potter. I think that he is almost a like-for-like placement with Gareth Southgate, but just with that tactical know-how. He almost looks a bit like Gareth Southgate. He's a nice guy. I think that he would deal with the media in the same way. I don't think that anyone could really hate him or dislike him. But he does just have that extra tactical know-how above Southgate, which I think is all that we need, to get the best out of our players to win a tournament. And let's not say we are going to win the next tournament, no matter who we get, because there are loads of good countries in the world. Yeah. But I think that extra tactical nous will it's just the right fit, in my opinion.
I don't mind that because I don't mind Graham Potter. I mean, the memes if he was England manager would be fantastic, just from all the Potter memes. But Graham Potter, the job he did at Chelsea, I understand it's an impossible job going into it and everything. He did not get the best out of those players. I mean, at Brighton and then Brighton kept playing well as he left as well. So I mean, was that just his tactic that he kept in place and they just kept it going? under De Zerbi, or was that not reliant on him? Was that something in the background that we weren't seeing? So I'm not sold on Potter. I'm not sold on Potter. Potter. But
the reason that I would go for him and that is as well is that he's an English manager, and I think that the other three are good candidates. Well, not Tuchel. I think Tuchel's an awful shout.
Yeah.
But I really think that every single international team should have a manager from their nation, and like players, you have to have at least a residency or have lived there for a certain amount of years. I don't even know the rules, but surely that should be the same for managers. Like why should that be any different? I don't really get it. I don't think that any manager should manage another country.
Well, you were talking about Martinez, weren't you, previously? Managing Portugal. He's Spanish, isn't he? Yeah. It'd be like an Englishman managing Scotland. I mean, they would just never work out.
No.
It's weird. But I mean, I don't mind an international manager, but I'd prefer it to be English. I don't know.
If it was an international manager, I would like Klopp. I really would. I think that he'd be feel good. You get behind him. You get behind the team even more so than England fans normally do. You just love it.
You definitely play that attacking style. I was talking that with Eddie Howe. I mean, but even more so with Jurgen Klopp. That direct style, that kind of feel good factor. You would get that with Klopp.
100%. Right. We'll watch this space. We'll see what happens there. But seeing as this is the final Euros podcast, we thought we'd just do a couple of little awards just for the best things that happened in the tournament. Just to wrap it up, really, because it has been a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, we had a great time watching this one, and also that we got to go there as well. Memories we'll cherish forever.
Memories we'll cherish forever, indeed. But right, first, let's go for your vote for player of the tournament.
My vote for player of the tournament, it's a bit basic, it's a bit obvious, but for me, Rodri. It's annoying how good he is. He was just controlling every single game he played in. Even the finals, it was such a nightmare. Every time there was a challenge or something being done in that midfield, it was Rodri. He was in charge of everything. He controls the ball so well. Player tournament.
Even though he came off at half time in the final.
He did, he did come up. But I mean, even before that, leading them up to it and everything, he was just completely in control.
I mean, UEFA agree with you. He did win player of the tournament from UEFA. I'm going to just throw in a wild card here. Not wild card because he was fantastic. I think Mamardashvili from Georgia. I think he was in terms of what he did for his country. That he made the most saves of any goalkeeper, and he only played 4 games, whereas some goalkeepers played 7.
Yeah. I know. It was because we go to save the tournament later. We'll get to that, but I was very tempted to put him in that bracket as well because there was one against Dallo, which I saw, which I loved. Yeah. Which I mean, he looked fantastic.
100%. I think we probably should go with the obvious shout in Rodri, but no, let's not. Let's give it to Mamardashvili. Mamardashvili, well done.
Kalman Jos. Last time
exactly.
Last time.
Absolutely love that. Right. Let's go with your goal of the tournament.
My goal of the tournament is not because it's the best goal, but just the timing and everything and it's selfish, but it's Bellingham. It's that overhead. I mean, it is a fantastic goal.
Yeah.
Probably not the best technical, but just for that last minute to keep us in that competition. Oh, who else?
Well, I'll tell you who else. Lamine Yamal's goal in the semi-final was the goal of the tournament. I think there was a lot of context to it. They're obviously behind in the semi-final against France. The fact that he is 16 does add to it, 100%. But the way he just he makes the space and then curls it right in off the far post. It's a wonderful, wonderful goal. And for me, I think that's probably arguably the moment of the tournament. Not even just goal, the moment of the tournament was that goal.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I mean, it was like you said, obviously the age doesn't matter, but for a 16-year-old kid to do that in the semi-final Euros, I mean, it's every kid's dream, isn't it? So I mean, it's quite nice to see.
Yeah.
Even though England didn't win in the final, but it's fine. It's fine. It was good.
Yeah.
It was magical.
100%. Well, I think we probably should agree that I think probably Lamine Yamal was overall a better goal than Bellingham's.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. I'll think about it.
Congratulations, Lamine Yamal. Okay. So what save of the tournament? This is a good one.
Yes.
Well, you've already mentioned Mamardashvili.
Yes. My other mention is for Gonuk. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's the Turkish keeper against Austria. It was in the last minute, and I think it was a header. Was it? I don't know if it was Arnautovic.
No, it wasn't. It was Baumgartner.
Baumgartner. And just like kind of, it's a cross coming in. He's moving sideways, and he heads it the other direction. He has to change direction to get there, and it gets a great hand to it. It's just great reflexes when he's so close. It
reminds me of a David Seaman one where he kind of claws it from behind almost.
Yeah, like he has no right to get. It's not just a straight save that way, is it? He kind of has to loop around it, as you say.
I mean, I don't think that can even be debated, really. I think that Mamardashvili made a ton of great saves. You mentioned the Dallo one. There was a double save he made against Czechia in the second game, which I was just astounded by. Yeah. But I think overall, that, and particularly with the contacts, that it was like the last moment. Of the
exactly.
game.
And it would have gotten to extra time as well. It's for me. Just
it's got to be good knock. Well done.
Well done. Good knock.
Tournament. And then finally, and I think this moment, I've seen what you've written down.
Yeah, you agree, surely.
I think there's not even a debate here. What was the funniest moment of the tournament?
Of course, it's Sue crying at halftime in extra time. Even when they went on to win, grow up. You're 39. It's not about you. You didn't need to start every game, did you? You didn't need to play every minute.
No.
The camera straight away, it's still to him. He doesn't get across. Oh, damn. It's just he needs to.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
It is. It's a shame because has such a great legacy, and then
but also he could be such an effective bit part player for Portugal. Like starting some games maybe, but playing for the 60 minutes. Some games coming on for the last 20 minutes. He would have complemented them and arguably made them reach the final, maybe if they didn't have Roberto Martinez as the manager. But he could have been a really useful weapon. But in playing every single second of every single game.
Yeah. But his ego doesn't allow him to be a man to come off the bench.
No.
He has to. I mean, there was even a clip when he got brought off in a game and he was fuming. It's as well as the 80th minute. I was like, what are you doing? He'd be such a good impact off the bench. Imagine as a defender, you're knackered to the last 20 minutes. You see Ronaldo, an old Ronaldo, fair enough, but still Ronaldo coming off the bench with that technique, with all of his kind of energy straight to him. It'd be dangerous, but yeah.
So there we go. You have it. Moment of the tournament. Wow, wow, wow. Ronaldo missed the penalty.
She's better.
Well, my next question here is the tournament's legacy, and there's a number of things that we can say here for sure. But I'm going to link that to what we've just spoken about with Ronaldo, and I think one of the legacies of this tournament is that the big players didn't show up. Ronaldo, Mbappe, Kane, Bellingham, really.
Not particularly at the moment, but
no, Spain weren't really a
Foden even. I mean, if you're going to put Foden near the big player,
I don't think that they probably are the biggest names in the game.
But
really,
Virgil
in Europe.
Van Dijk as well. You could even say with that.
Yeah, I think it was more of a tournament for new players we hadn't heard of, maybe, but also just new prospects, youngsters like Lamine Yamal, Arda Güler of Turkey,
I can't say the keeper's name. Georgia. Mamardashvili.
Yeah,
Mamardashvili as well coming through. It was just it was exciting to see obviously just it not be. It wasn't predictable. Any game and stuff like that with this tournament, it was very up in the air. You didn't know what was going to happen, especially with England. And seeing Spain kind of just bulldoze the tournament with beautiful football they were playing, it was a great tournament to watch.
It was. I agree. Closing marks on the legacy, I think that it was, having been out there, a superb tournament, a superb experience where the whole tournament was hosted in one country, in Germany. I think that they did a brilliant job of hosting it. The fans were just amazing, right? Like just meeting fans from all over Europe was a treat.
Yeah. We had no trouble from anyone. It was just such good, like, kind of atmosphere there. Everyone was just pissed up and enjoying the football.
Yeah, and you got to meet some people and hear stories and like get to learn about different cultures that you just don't get by just sitting and watching in a pub at home. So yeah, that's got to be the legacy of the tournament. But one more legacy of the tournament is the feature of the On Your Head Son podcast. I'm going to go to you one more time. I'm not sure how this is going to work, given the tournament's already finished, but take it away, Andy.
Right. The world has been asking, where's our favorite feature in the whole wide world? And it is the final, who is bringing it home?
Yes.
Okay, the crowd is probably not behind this one as much, but I'll tell you who's bringing it home. No one. It's done. England are rubbish. We can't win. Just please, just get one major trophy. That's all I want. Harry Kane, win a trophy, please. In Germany, anywhere. Just please do it. It's not coming home yet, but one day.
I would say, watch this space. I would say, thank you very much, Bye Southgate, for all you've done. I would say we cannot wait to see who comes in next, and we cannot wait to see them bring it home. Come on, England!
Come on, England!
And until it comes home, just remember that it's on your head, son.
Not off your head.
Son!
Yeah! Bye-bye.